I want to thank everyone watching for their time and for the chance to showcase my story and my experience. Throughout the years, I've had the chance to make myself into the mobile designer I've always hoped I could be. It took a lot of work to get here. Everybody has a moment where everything fits together, whether it's a future Hall of Famer catching his first ball or a musician picking up his first guitar. For me, I was sitting in the stands of a local soccer stadium. It was 2008, and I was already pretty interested in technology. I had spent the previous year begging and begging till my parents got me an LG Voyager, the coolest touchscreen phone I had ever seen. That is, of course, until that soccer game I was speaking of. There I sat next to a friend of mine as he pulled out his iPhone, something I hadn't seen before. I was genuinely amazed that so much was able to be done on it. And the apps, it was a game changer. It was the spark I needed, my aha moment, where I realized a whole new market that I needed to be a part of. After a few years of messing around with side projects, I was given the opportunity to work with the Young Entrepreneur Academy, an organization that gives youth the ability to start their own companies with funding from local business sponsors. Within the program, myself and two other great guys started Boar Creations, a mobile device company that was responsible for the development of a good portion of Samsung's first smartwatch. Alongside another company that was more hardware focused, we started to do some pretty amazing things, like bring in upwards of $10,000 in investment capital just to build a prototype. At the time, I was mostly doing marketing, but the coding and software was amazing to me, and it made me want to further my knowledge of mobile development. One simple way of getting into the industry seemed to be getting a job with one of the major cell phone companies, enter AT&T. I took a job working for their advanced support Tier 3 tech support bracket, which to anyone outside of AT&T just means I took a job telling people why their phone was broken and how I was going to fix or replace it. I had tons of great experiences with the company, and after about a year and a half, once I had made it up to being a senior consultant, I decided it wasn't enough. I needed to really be part of the action, to be writing my own applications and entertaining people. Welcome to Fullsail University. If there's anything I could use the skills I'd learned over the last few years to further my progress in the field, it was this school. With great recommendations from personal friends that went there and from higher ups in AT&T, I took another step in the right direction of becoming a great asset to the world of mobile development. While at Full Sail, I had the opportunity to put my hands in tons of different areas and really sharpen my abilities when building applications. From start to finish, there was not a second where I didn't have developing in my mind in some way. One of the first standout classes that really began to build my knowledge was my interfaces and usability course. In it, I had the opportunity to see what was important when it came to designing the user interface, which, when it comes to mobile applications, is obviously a very important part. Another class that really built on my skills was mobile development frameworks. It was broken up into three sections and spread throughout a couple of months, but the first class really struck a chord with me. I was finally getting into the meat of mobile design and beginning to get the ability to build the apps that I wanted to build. Now that I've obtained these skills and experience, I would love nothing more than to work for a mobile developer. I've always been fascinated with what I could do with a phone from the day that I was sitting in that soccer stadium. I plan to use that enthusiasm to propel whatever company I get the opportunity to be a part of. Again, thank you all for giving me the chance to present to you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.